Welcome back to A Theory with Naomi. Today we're talking about habits that are keeping you poor. These may be habits that you don't realize that you're doing, but today we're going to cover them so you can quickly change what you do in your day-to-day so that you can start to do the habits of the wealthy. Habit number one that's keeping you poor is not reading and not continuing your education. If you thought that you were done learning after school, then that's likely why you're in the situation that you're in now. I'm not here to shame anybody. I just want you to understand the value of information and knowledge. An example of somebody famous that learned a skill and traded their information for money is Tony Robbins. You likely have heard of him. He's a motivational speaker, he's an author and a life coach. Dare I say, one of the most famous authors and life coaches and motivational speakers out there. Tony Robbins started his career in personal development by learning about psychology, self-help strategies, and business. Started out promoting seminars before he himself started work in the same field. Before he himself developed his own coaching techniques. He took time to learn about his field by going to seminars and workshops and having mentors like Jim Rohn. Tony Robbins then began to monetize his knowledge through putting out audio content, going to speaking engagements, and publishing books. His ability to effectively communicate complex ideas and inspiring others has made him a multimillionaire and a well-renowned motivational speaker. His career perfectly demonstrates how you learning a skill, becoming so knowledgeable about your skills, and then growing an audience and trading your information and knowledge for money. Habit number two that's keeping you poor, not having clear goals. I get it, sometimes we have grandiose goals that are just so unclear and unattainable because we don't even know how to get there. And until you do the work on yourself, you're not really able to tackle these big goals that you're envisioning for yourself. Because there's a gap between your goal and you have to fill in that gap. You have to figure out what's missing. And until you have clarity on that gap, you won't reach the thing that you're going after. And not having clear goals in life can really lead to a lot of mental health issues. A lot of us will feel dissatisfied and unfulfilled in life. We'll feel lost and stumbling, like we don't have no direction in life. I know that a few years ago, I didn't have as much direction as I do now. I had an idea and I ran with it. I started my business, but I didn't have as much direction and clarity as I do now. And it led to a lot of anxiety and depression even before I started my business. And I knew I wanted to work for myself. I didn't really know what that would look like and what that would entail and what I would be doing and how I would be helping people. I had an idea, but as time went on, I gained more clarity about what it is I want to do, what it is I want to talk about, and how I want to help people. And when you don't have that clarity, you can put a lot of stress on your mind and body. So if you don't have any clarity on your goals, you're going to sit down, you're going to pull out your journal, and you're going to do these writing prompts real quick. And if you have no idea what it is you want to do, these will definitely help you gain clarity. But it may take a few sessions of journaling to get that clarity. Number one, what activities make me lose track of time? Reflect on the moments that you're clearly engaged in what you're doing. What are you absorbed in? What are you doing? How are you feeling? Number two, what do I enjoy doing in my free time? List your hobbies and interests. What do these activities reveal about your passions? Number three, what are my core values? Write down the values that are most important to you. Examples, family, time and freedom, adventure. How do these values influence your life choices? Number four, what skills do I want to develop? Identify areas where you want to grow. How might these skills help you in your future endeavors? And number five, which I think is the most important journal prompt for this exercise, is what does my life look like in 5 years? Take a few minutes to envision your life in 5 years. Where are you living? What are you doing in your day-to-day? Who are you experiencing this new life with? How are you contributing to your craft? How are you contributing to society? How are you giving back? What are you doing in your free time? Where are you going to travel? These are things that you should be excited and passionate about, and they're going to help you gain clarity. And once you have that kind of a vision, you can almost reverse engineer the steps you need to do to get to that point that you're trying to manifest. The third habit that's keeping you poor is not learning a skill. Listen closely. Wealthy people have skills that people pay for. And I'm not talking about the people that are born into wealth. I'm talking about the people that were self-made, the people that had to work for their wealth, the people that likely had to break generational chains to align with wealth, the people that are the first millionaires in their family. Those are the people I'm talking about. They had to learn skills and gather information and trade that for money. In order to find your market, you need to think about what people are struggling with. This is going to require some market research, but if you could pinpoint an area that you feel like is untapped, that people struggle with. For example, if you're a single mom and you're struggling with burnout, while this is not untapped by any means, if you wanted to specialize in content for single moms, dealing with burnout and being overstimulated, that's a very niche and specific thing, that a community that you can serve if you know how to market for that. There are more in-depth videos on YouTube about finding your niche and about finding a market for untapped areas that you believe that can take off. The fourth habit that is keeping you poor is not acknowledging your everyday victories. When you don't acknowledge the small tasks that you complete every day, you lose motivation and lack discipline. I know it can be easy to down yourself because that's what you're used to, but remember, and to be this wealthy version of yourself, this abundant, healthier version of yourself, you need to talk to yourself kinder. You need to filter what comes in and what goes out. I want you to remember the current version of yourself, how unhappy you are with a lot of areas in your life. I don't want you to have a pity party. I want you to reflect on where you are, how unhappy that makes you, and acknowledge that you deserve a better life. You deserve to be a better quality version of yourself. And you're capable of putting in the effort and doing the actions to get you to the point that you deserve to be at. You have to be able to stop and appreciate how you're growing and where you're going and how you're elevating and expanding, what you're building, and acknowledge the work that you're putting in. Changing your life is not easy, but having a life worth living is. Choose what you're fighting for, lounging around or building a life that you could only dream about. The sixth habit that is keeping you poor is not reprogramming your mindset. You have a lifetime of outdated programs running your life. They're keeping you small. Your subconscious mind wants to keep you safe. It doesn't want you to grow. It doesn't want you to excel. It doesn't want you to expand and evolve. It wants you to stay exactly as you are. In order to manifest abundance in your dream life, you need to be able to rewrite your program so you can challenge your limiting beliefs. This means that you have to do things differently than how you have done them so far. You can't move into your abundant season with the same lack mindset. Ask yourself if you think things like, my money is tight, or I can't afford that. Ask yourself if you're spending your whole paycheck as soon as you get it on things that aren't benefiting you. Ask yourself if you plop on the couch and binge TV as soon as you get home. If you answered yes to even one of those questions, I challenge you to sit down and reflect on why that is. Are you distracting yourself from the fact that you're not where you want to be? Do you even know where you want to be? Remember to be kind to yourself doing this exercise, but be frank about how you're holding yourself back. The seventh and final habit that is keeping you poor is not investing your money. Most people would think that I mean investing in the stock market. Stock market. But it's more than that. You have to utilize your money so it starts to work for you and you can stop working for it. Those of you that spend your paycheck in a day or two, listen closely. You're keeping yourself poor and broke, and there's no one to blame but yourself. Taking responsibility for your financial situation is key to implementing change. This step comes after reprogramming your mindset, because in order to implement change, you have to understand why you're doing the thing in the first place to change it, to choose differently, to change it or choose differently. Another reason why this is last is because in order to invest your money wisely into books and workshops and courses and seminars, things of that nature, you have to understand what you're spending your money on. You have to know, you have to gain clarity and spend your money wisely on the things that are going to help sharpen your skills and boost your information. You need to reprogram your mind so that you can become the best version of yourself so you can manifest your dream life. You can't have a massive change without first changing yourself. And not knowing where your money is going is a surefire way to lose it. Aiming your money without intention means that it can end up anywhere. Know what you need to invest in yourself first and further reflect so you know what will better align you with your path. If any of that seemed vague, please let me know in the comments and I can further explain in another video. Please make sure that you subscribe and like this video, because that's going to help me grow my channel, inevitably grow a community where I can reach more of y'all and y'all can help each other and boost off of each other. All right, y'all, that's all for today. I'll see you next time.